Have you purchased a house in the last year or two? Are you wondering what you should do for maintenance? Well, stay with me to the end of this video and you will learn some of the necessary maintenance jobs that need to be done to protect your home and yourself. Hi YouTubers, Bruce Boyes here again from Homes and Life to provide you with more valuable information about homes and some ways to improve your life. And thanks again to our subscribers for joining me with this video, and welcome to you new subscribers. Keep coming back, more videos made for you. A house is usually the largest purchase that people make. Sometimes it's viewed as an investment, and other times it's just a home. In both cases, there are some maintenance tasks that need to be done, both to protect your investment and to protect yourselves. Yes, there are lists and lots of suggestions of what should be done. My suggestion is to first look at tasks that can affect the safety and the well-being of the people living in the house. As fall arrives, most of us spend more time inside the house, especially those who live in climates where the weather is cold. So inside is a good place to start. First, the most obvious task that needs to be addressed and on an ongoing basis is your furnace and air conditioner filter. Filters are constantly having household air drawn through them, and their job is to filter items in the air that when breathed in could create unhealthy lungs or affect allergies. I've talked with a few furnace technicians about filters, and they suggest using a coarse filter, but change it fairly often, possibly once a month. This seems to be more important with older furnaces that use a 1-inch thick filter. Some folks have success with an electrostatic filter, but they do require cleaning regularly. The super duper clean everything out of the air kind of filter tends to restrict the airflow, causing the fan to work harder and possibly function improperly. And when the filters get somewhat dirty, that problem is exaggerated. The newer furnaces use a 3 or 4-inch thick filter which has a larger filtering surface and shouldn't need to be changed as frequently. It's suggested every 3 months would be adequate for these filters to be changed. Next, have your furnace ducts cleaned and your furnace serviced. As a former carpet cleaner and realtor, I've walked into houses and taken a quick peek into the furnace ducts, and it can be scary. Food, floor sweepings, toys, etc., can all end up down there. And then the furnace is blowing your nice warm filtered air through all this stuff and circulating it back into the air that you breathe. Having the ducts cleaned every year or two is usually adequate. You will want to have your furnace serviced as well to make sure that it is in optimal condition. Murphy's Law kicks in and says the furnace will give you problems on the coldest day of the year if you don't take care of it. This usually ends up being the busiest day for furnace technicians as well, so you could end up waiting in the cold. While we're talking about vents, your dryer vent pipe needs attention. Clean the lint from your dryer vent once or twice a year, depending on your dryer usage. Every year there are fires caused by the dryer heat on excess lint in dryer vent pipes. And it should also go without saying that the dryer lint screen in your dryer should be cleaned after every use of the dryer. I'll also mention that in many areas, plastic dryer vent pipes are not recommended. You should instead use a flexible metal pipe designed for this purpose. When it comes to personal safety, smoke alarms are a must. If you've recently purchased a house and you're unsure of the age of the alarm and there's no indicators of age on the alarm, just go out and buy a new one, and then you'll know that it'll work. Changing batteries every year should be routine, and the general rule of thumb is to change alarms every 10 years. If possible, check the manufacturer's recommendation. Another fire safety device is a fire extinguisher. You should have at least one in your house. The most recommended fire extinguisher for household use is called an ABC multi-purpose extinguisher. This will handle fires from combustible materials, combustible liquids, and some fires from electrical appliances. There will be an expiry tag or a gauge on the extinguisher which indicates that your extinguisher needs either to be recharged or replaced. If the extinguisher has a plastic valve, it's not rechargeable and should just be replaced. Sometimes the larger ones can be recharged, but price out a new one as well, as it may be a similar price to having the fire extinguisher recharged. Another safety device to check on or to purchase if you don't have one is a carbon monoxide detector. These detectors save lives by notifying people in the house if there is a carbon monoxide problem. Carbon monoxide is a colorless and odorless gas that can be deadly. These gas problems may arise from a faulty furnace, faulty gas hot water tank, or possibly even from fumes coming into the house from the garage when a vehicle is running. Carbon monoxide detectors will have a test button that should be checked monthly and batteries that need to be changed every 6 months. The entire unit should be replaced every 5 years. If your house has a fireplace, hire a chimney cleaner to clean and inspect the chimney if you do not have the expertise to do so yourself. Most people tend to use a fireplace more in the winter, both for ambience and for heat. This increases the possibility of a creosote buildup in the chimney, which can lead to chimney fires. So cleaning the chimney is a good precautionary measure to reduce the chances of a problem in the winter. Remember also to close the damper when not using the fireplace to reduce heat loss up the chimney, and open the damper when lighting a fire. These tips have focused on house maintenance for personal safety, but there is much more maintenance that should be done on a house. A quick search online will provide you a checklist of what else needs to be done. These lists can be daunting at first, but there are tools to help you keep things in order. There are a number of programs or apps available that will remind you what needs to be done and when it needs to be done. At present, I'm experimenting with an app called MacTrack, which keeps things organized and reminds me when I need to do some maintenance. And no, I don't receive any compensation for mentioning this app. Other apps will also help with personal finances as well. So thanks again for watching, and come back again as I have more videos. And please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons below. Remember, life is an adventure, and I'll talk to you again soon.